Yo, what's going on, man? We are back for another episode of A Drug Called Clout. I'm your host, Landon Moss, and unfortunately, I kind of messed up with the scheduling, so Jasmine's not here. Jasmine, my bad. But anyways, we got a very special guest, one of my best friends, actor, voice actor, impressions, influencer, all that stuff, anything you can think of. Omar Ghonim. How you doing, bruh?
I'm doing good.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. I know you want to do it. Go ahead. What's your favorite impression to do?
I'll be doing the movie trailer voice.
This summer, one man is on a journey to save our world. And his name is Landon Moss. Oh, yeah.
Why you go Kool-Aid, man, just now?
Oh, man, I've been doing that voice since 7th grade.
How you get started into doing that?
My brother would show me like stand-up comedians, or I would just like sneak into his room and watch. I don't know. Okay, anyways, he was watching Pablo Francisco. He was doing a bit making fun of the guy who really did the movie trailers, like the first guy, Don LaFontaine, and he had like a bit. It was Little Tortilla Boy. And I was watching, because he was just like, you could do anything with that voice. And he was just like, this summer, Arnold Schwarzenegger is Little Tortilla Boy. And I saw it and I was like, man, I need to do that voice. But like, I just hit puberty.
Damn, so you was
I was just like,
This summer, Arnold is Little Tortilla Boy.
But what's funny was the next year, because I was doing musical theater.
Wait. I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, I didn't even know that you did that.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
Hell no.
Oh my God, I was a star before I was a star.
Wait, so you was like actually like singing like Hamilton?
No, I wish.
Well, Hamilton wasn't around back then.
Yeah. If I had some good stuff to do, so I did. I had solos. I killed that. I did.
Wait,
so in 7th grade, we did High School Musical.
Oh my God.
The musical. So it was South Middle School presents High School Musical, the musical. So it was
Wait, did you play Troy?
So I was pissed. Okay, okay. So we had the auditions. It was the whole, like, every single person who wanted the audition was in the auditorium all at once, and they would bring all the boys up on the stage in the rafters or whatever stage. And they auditioned us all at once, and they would just like go down the row and have us sing the solos. And so I sang my solo, and like everybody got quiet, and they were just like, "Oh, Omar can sing."
Wait, what song did you sing?
Oh man. You can bet there's nothing but net when I'm in the zone and on a roll. But I've got a confession, my own secret obsession, and it's making me lose control. Everybody gather around. Well, if Troy's gonna come out and tell his secret, let me finish. Then I'm gonna tell mine. I love to bake.
Hey, all right, bro. You know what's crazy? I don't really remember that many songs from High School Musical besides
It's hard to believe that I couldn't see. You were always right beside me when I didn't know.
What?
Did we?
I don't know.
Is that how it goes?
I don't know.
I thought it was that I was
tried to
alone
block that.
with nowhere to go. Is that you were always there beside me?
Probably. That was the corniest song, though.
Man, that shit was deep, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like when you look back and peel back the layers of what they meant when they made that.
This espresso tastes like soap.
Man, that espresso is terrible. That might be the worst shit ever. You know,
I just drank Dawn soap.
That shit is bad.
That's how he treats his guests. People. Okay.
Anyways,
God,
all right, bro.
I might die tonight.
Okay, so we got bullshit. All right, let's get into it, bro. So
yeah. So
I got a question.
I did the musicals. Funny enough, my first musical was The Wizard of Oz when I was in kindergarten, and I played a munchkin. That's where I started, people. That's where I got my start. I played a munchkin. My mom worked, so I never made it to a single rehearsal. So literally, my mom only brought me to the opening night. And so I had no rehearsal. I didn't know any of the songs. They were just like, look, you're cute. Just walk with the rest of the munchkins and figure it out. But here's the thing. When they were doing the makeup, if they had like a thick tube of lipstick, and they were just putting like red circles on all the munchkins' cheeks. someone's mom put lipstick on my lips too. So I'm the only cherry-lipped dude walking out there. But then on top of that, I'm on the stage just like.
And they're awkward as hell.
Just super uncomfortable. So that's where I got my start. And, I'm just so grateful. But so back to the beginning. So 7th grade, did High School Musical, killed that. I played Zeke. I baked. 8th grade, we did Bugsy Malone, which is like a kid gangster movie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was a kid gangster movie.
Kid gangster movie. And I played Knuckles. Because I was like the first kid who hit puberty, so I was like scary looking.
And you were black.
And I had my head shaved at the time too, so I looked all intimidating.
So you were bald by choice.
Well, okay, listen. Now I'm bald by no choice.
By default.
Yeah, but no, my dad had given me. Okay, I was trying to grow my hair out because I thought I was going through my peak gangster phase in the 8th grade too. Yeah, don't do this, kids. Trust me, dude. I was a weird person. I still am. I was peak gangster phase before Bugsy Malone. And I wanted to grow my hair out. And this is the stages. I was going to grow an afro like Ludacris. And then I was going to get cornrows like Ludacris. And then I was going to get dreadlocks like Lil Wayne because I thought it was Lil Wayne. And then one night I got mad because I was telling my dad, I was like arguing with him. I was like, Dad, take me to the barbershop so that I can get my hair braided into cornrows. It's long enough, I promise. And my dad's just like, you know what, I'm just going to give you a haircut. Just palmed my head and just butchered my hair. Ooh. And that was the first time I shaved my head, ladies and gentlemen. And
you or your dad?
I did. No, I was just like, Dad, I hate you.
Oh, so he like shaved
he ruined my
and
hair.
Just had you like bald and patches.
Like my sideburn was up here.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was terrible.
My shit be like that sometimes, even when I go to barbershops.
It's called a fade, Landon.
No, it's called a fucked up.
It's called a fuck me up. But yeah, so shaved my head, played Knuckles, got shot in a drive-by in the play. But because they didn't want to represent guns, they used silly string. So there's a picture of me. I'll show you the picture of me just holding silly string on stage, being like, I got shot. But then I survived at the same time. I don't know. But so that play, I decided to break out the movie voice. And I pulled aside Mr. Sawtell, the chorus teacher, who was also the director, very talented guy. And I go, Mr. Sawtell, I'd really like to do an opening movie trailer for the play, the night of opening night. So I'm in the seams, in the wings, and I'm just like, I have a list that I wrote. I typed it up myself, and I just go, like, I'm just gonna do it with the regular voice because I can't. Okay.
You can't do it with the voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, South Middle School presents Bugsy Malone,
starring. I was like the 7th billed person, but I put myself first. Omar Ghonim. And then everybody who was in the play was like, asshole, you're not, you're like
you're in the background.
You're the like shittiest character.
You walk by the back.
I'm just like, but I got to wear a fedora for that whole play. Great time. I'll show you more pictures. It's embarrassing. Anyways, they put makeup on me.
Did you have a white suit on?
No, I had a black suit.
Damn. Yeah. Is there a picture of you in a white suit? Is that prom or something?
No, I never wore a white suit.
I feel like I've seen a picture.
I'm not bold enough to wear a white suit.
Oh man, I wore a white suit at prom. That shit was fire too.
God damn, I could see.
Ooh, that thing was clean. But that was back before like you were in fitted pants, so my pants were baggy.
Oh my God, bro.
I looked like I was in the 03 NBA
if I
draft.
could go back in time and remove one trend, it would be baggy clothes. Like, it just...
Shit's all bad.
I wore triple XL T-shirts. Ooh. And it wasn't even like I went out of my way and bought them. My dad was like 400 pounds, so I would just take his undershirts, which had yellow pit stains. And I'd be like, bro, I'm gangster, bro. I got a 3XL shirt on, bro.
You ever go watch that,
and they'd be like, Omar, don't touch me, please. Just get away from me, bro. And I had the Payless Timbs on. Oh, man. It was bad.
Ooh,
it was horrible.
Did you ever get Shaqs?
Oh... Did I get Shaqs?
Dunkman logo.
I had the low top and the high top Shaq Force ones. Man, those things were made out of plastic and broken dreams.
All right, so we go.
Okay.
We go circle
Let's
back
get this
into
thing back
social
started.
media.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about how you got your start into social media? I know you.
Okay, yeah. So I've always like been addicted to social media since freaking MySpace and AIM. I had AIM, Egyptian Rapper 23. That was me. Thought I was going to be a rapper. Didn't work out. Okay, I'll give you one of my raps. Anyways, there was a girl I liked in elementary, middle school. Her name was Danielle Gauthier, and I wrote her a rap. I said, "Yo, Danielle, you an angel. You ain't never gonna go to hell." That was about it.
She said, "Let me go ahead and close out AOL."
She said, "I'm gonna go to the principal's office and report you."
Bro, I used
But
to
yeah.
be in those little chats talking crazy when I was younger.
Oh, you'd say some
ASL, and then I'd be that mug talking
Oh,
freaky.
oh
Bro,
my
I was
God.
nasty. Oh, hey, I'm trying to come over there and kiss your coocher. Like,
I'm gonna hold your hand in the hallway tonight, Becky. But okay, yeah. So AIM,
Is that your
MySpace. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this shit away. Oh, it's my brother. Nah, we'll hang up on him. That's fine. Anyways,
okay, don't get locked out.
no, we good. I got
for
keys.
sure.
I got keys.
Okay.
I had AOL and then MySpace. Would like customize the shit out of it, and then I had a Twitter, and then I was like in a race with like girls from my high school, just being like, "How many tweets do you have?" And they're like 24,000. I was like, "Bet I could get that." Literally, I would just tweet one word at a time,
my God.
and people hated me. But I just like was so addicted to social media that I just wanted to do things. And then Instagram came out, and like literally the setup you have here, I would take like the very up close focused picture with the background blurred and just be like #artsy. And there would be 1,000 pictures on my Instagram, and it looked horrible. And then Vine came out, and I didn't know about Vine when it first came out. I think it was like February, April. And I was just hanging out with some friends, and they were like laughing at some videos, and I looked, and they were like, "Oh, this is Vine. It's like 6-second looping videos. You should check this shit out." And so I downloaded it, and I spent the next 6 hours just crying, laughing at all the videos I found. First, it was Will Sasso.
Oh yeah, I remember
Will Sasso with the oranges out of the lemons. Every time he did it, I was screaming, laughing, and then it just became a race between me and my friends Steve and Matt, and we were just trying to see who could make each other laugh. And then I found Eric Dunn,
Oh man,
the Godfather.
Literally the reason why
Literally
I'm here.
Literally the reason we're here.
Yeah.
And he was having a remake contest for one of his videos, and I remade one of his videos and won. It was like the difference between Vine and Instagram. And I was like, Instagram, gym flow. And then I was like, Vine. And then I snorted protein powder and was just like, I was like, get big. And this was like, whoa. And he shouted me out. And then I gained like my first like couple thousand followers. And then by like the first summer, I had my first 100K liked Vine and had over 10,000 followers by like my birthday, which is in August. So I was just like, well, guess this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so all my spare time went to it.
Did you ever see like this becoming a career?
No.
At what point were you like, damn, this shit really can be something?
I think it was when I decided to move out to LA. It was like fall 2014. I was in school. I was playing football at Bridgewater State, and I was just like seeing everybody make the move, and like I was just like, oh man, like this has got something, because we had like done like 3 or 4 meetups at that point, like literally in other states. Amazing. And like hundreds of people would show up and know who we are in the first place. Like that's the craziest part to me. And like want to take pictures and sign autographs and do all this stuff. And I was like, well, we're here. We're in it. And so I moved out. Who'd I hit up? I hit up you. And I was like, hey, Landon, I'm going to be in LA for 2 weeks in January 2015. Can I crash on your couch? And then I came to your couch, and I was at a place in life where I was very frustrated. And I was just like, if I find a place to stay, I'm never going home. And I asked you, and you literally were just like, you can just stay with us. And I was like, what? And you were like, and I was like, how much is rent? And you said $400. And I looked at my bank account, and I had $400. and that, like, in that moment, I was just like, all right, here we go. Yeah. This is where it is. And dropped out of college, moved to LA, and here we are 5 years later. And what a goddamn adventure, man. Full of ups and downs and downs.
Yeah, I definitely can say it's been a lot of downs, bro.
Whole lot of downs.
One of the best times, and still to this day, bro, the best times I've had in my life was when we lived at 928.
Oh my God, 928.
So we used to live in this apartment.
928 Northwestern Ave, Hollywood, California.
That shit was the most reckless.
Zip code 90029.
Most fun shit I've ever experienced in my life.
Bro, it was a literal Vine frat house.
It was disgusting.
It was disgusting. 4 bedrooms, 8 people.
At one point we had 10.
2 dogs, 10.
Yeah.
Air mattress in the living room. Literally, like, every morning we'd wake up, or like 1 in the afternoon would wake up.
Every afternoon we'd wake up.
Every afternoon we'd wake up and then be like, you got a video, you got a video, you got a video. And then we would just go and make videos, whether it be in the apartment or at some location that we picked, like a basketball court or like parking lot or something. And we would just shoot like 10 videos. And then we'd finish the videos and then it would just be dead silent in the house. And either everybody would have headphones on or like be editing their videos for like 2 hours. And then we'd be like, okay, you got yours ready to post? All right, I'm going to post mine first. Then you rewind mine. And then we're going to shout each other out. And da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, you tag me and like, dope. And then once the Vine of the day was done. It
was insane after that.
Oh, my God.
Tinder.
Bro,
man.
Listen, I met savages at 928. I was a sweet, God-fearing boy.
Change this man out.
When I moved to 928. And I remember just sitting in my room, just like, I don't know, probably on Vine. And all I hear is like clinking and giggles. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I look outside and there's just 7 girls.
Oh, man.
And then you guys. And I'm just like, oh, what? And then the fucking lights. he had the app controlled colored lights.
Yes, sir.
So he set the mood. And, you know, everybody knew the deal. And so go in there and, just, yeesh.
That shit was disgusting. Yeah. I remember, there's a couple times that I remember, oh, my God. It was so there was one time when we had these girls came from Arizona, and it was twins, and then there was this white girl. And they had the yammies, boy. I mean, that, bow! Crazy, bud. But I don't want to get too much into that because that shit was crazy. But all I remember was one of the twins, the one with the fattest ass. I mean, that thing, that thing was spoken. We went back to my room, and it was it'd be like these weird moments, like the moments before you have sex, where it's kind of like this kind of weird space. So, like, we in the room kissing and stuff, you know what I'm saying, about to do our little thing, and then she was like, wait, like, I was like, what the hell about to happen? And she's like, she grabs my phone, she starts playing this Beyonce song. And then she starts doing like a striptease dance, and she's like singing to me like, let me put this, I forgot how the song went, for like 10 minutes. Like 3 straight songs. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And so at that point,
we could have been done by now.
the first song, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm all into it.
all right.
The second song, I'm like, okay, this is getting a little weird. The third song, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, what, you came over here to do a striptease? Like, what is this shit? That shit was terrible. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
I can't.
But she had that ass, so I waited.
She had that ass, so you got to wait.
It was fun, though. That was a fun time.
Yeah. That was a reckless time. So, what I assume this is one of your next questions. My thing was, we had so many good times at that place, but we had such an opportunity that we squandered. That's your word of the day, people. But legit, like, you
might need to answer that.
Can we pause this for a second?
So I know the shit was crazy, but do you ever have like regrets?
Yeah. No, my biggest regret was because like we had a great time, but like we were all just like a bunch of 20-year-olds, 19 for your case. Just but like we didn't know what we were doing, but like we had such an opportunity, like crazy opportunity, and I felt like we kind of just like squandered it for a good time. And I think if I could go back, I would balance the good times that we had, but also work like 10 times harder. Because like realistically, like what we did was we just woke up, made vines, partied. And if we just implemented a little more work ethic into like learning like an industry or just having a part-time job or like just kind of like money management, you know, solutions. we probably wouldn't be broke right now. No, I just wish I had built like a consistent brand that was able to translate into like YouTube and Facebook and dare I say TikTok. We'll get into that. But yeah, I just wish that I worked harder. That was really it. And wish that I just like was present when the opportunity was in front of me. Yeah. That was it.
So one thing I always think about, because I used to say the same thing too, is like, damn, I regret that I didn't do this. But I think that all these things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if we didn't experience those times, then we wouldn't know how much harder we have to work in order to be where we want to be. You know what I mean? If we would have been working that hard, who knows? We might have been burnt out or some shit.
Right. Or we would have, made a fool of ourselves on a national stage where we'd have to be on Good Morning America.
Just think about that. If we would have been as big as, like, let's say if we would have put the time in, some of the stuff that we were doing back then was so reckless. That shit would bite us in the ass.
Quickly, like in a heartbeat. Right. And you never know like who's in your corner, and because people like that's the thing. So that was what bothered me with social media, and kind of like why I've strayed away from it so far now is it was just hard always being documented, always being on camera, and always having to document every second of your life. Because like when I was on Vine, I felt like it was never just about making that one Vine a day. I had to be funny on Twitter. I had to be hilarious on Snapchat, and like just make life look entertaining for all my followers, just so that I could like remind them, be like, oh, hey, like you love me so much in all these other aspects of my life. Don't forget to go like and revine, like every time, every single day. And that was tough. So it was like, I think the best thing that came out of it was humility, because I was an asshole. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That fame, the 500,000 followers that I had, went straight to my head, and I thought I was hot shit. I thought I was, and it checked me real fast. But I think that was the best thing that happened, because now I know how to be grateful, and I know that anything could be taken away any second. True. And so it's like, that's the crazy thing, is you never realize like it's literally called 15 seconds of fame for a reason, or 6 seconds of fame. Anyways, that's the thing. So I'm super grateful for everything that I've earned now and every opportunity that I've had now, because I lost one of the greatest opportunities that I had. And also too, I felt the high of like the fame from social media. And so I think that's prepared me in a way for, when I do reach a certain level with my acting career, that I will be able to handle it in a more responsible way that wouldn't be like an irresponsible, 20-something-year-old. Yeah. But yeah, humility, man, it'll check you.
Yeah. Do you feel like social media's had more positive or negative effects on society, like emotionally, socially, culturally, and all that?
I think we tend to focus on the negative. It has had positive things. Like, it's a source where I can go and forget myself and just be entertained and have a laugh and have a good time. But then also it is a place where I unknowingly compare my life to other people who only post the positive things. Nobody's posting the breakdown they had in their car last night. Nobody's posting the family trauma that they deal with behind closed doors. So it's like, you're only seeing the positives. And so I go on social media, I'm like, man, that guy has this car, or man, that guy got this role, or man, this guy is making all this money compared to me. And it's a tough thing, but it's like, it's connected our world in such a way that no one could fathom. Like, if you think about, like, imagine writing a letter in 2020. Like, you could be like, I can send a tweet and more people would know what I had to say than sending this letter. You know what I mean? Like, so I think in that aspect of communication and being able to reach out and connect to the world and people, it's had a very positive effect. But then everything can be abused. So everything can be abused, because like the people who just get famous for being good looking and doing crappy dances on a social media app.
Renegade.
Renegade. I don't. I just, okay, let's just talk about it.
But
TikTok.
What do you think about TikTok?
Bro, I hate it, man. I hate it so much. Because here's the thing. It has everything you need to make hilarious, cool, good content, right? But people just, okay, listen. There's too many kids. There's way too many kids on the app. So every time I open the app, I just feel creepy, So I'm very uncomfortable in that aspect. Then it's only dances and like people just being like, oh, you're so beautiful on the inside, and just I hate that shit. And there's no like original content. Like, okay, let me just tell you something. I have 600 followers on TikTok. That's how bad it is.
Not much.
I know, shit. But if you look up my name, Omar Ghonim, like the hashtag, there's over 1.1 billion views because of 2 vines of mine. And people just steal my vines and use the audio and remake it themselves.
Oh, man.
And so you think like people have been watching my content without watching my content,
right?
So it's like no one on there, or most of the people on there, aren't being original, and like some of the top users on there are not good. And like I'm not a hater. Okay, no, I am. I'm trying not to be a hater, but it's like I just get frustrated when people are being idolized for stealing content and stealing, and not being original. And it's just like, dude, like you've got the platform to make a difference in some aspect.
Right.
And you're just like, oh, I saw this meme today. I'm going to take it and make it my own, which we've all done.
I was about to say,
I've done that goddamn like 30 times, goddamn it.
This is two things, matter of fact, before I say my point.
Right.
This one dude, DeLon Richardson,
Okay.
stole every one of my vines. Literally, when I was coming up, he stole every single vine, word for word. Angle. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, dog, this shit was, nothing irritates me more than when I make a joke in class, someone else says it louder and everybody laughs.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm making all these videos, they doing all right. I look on his shit booming.
And that's the thing, too. Like, I never understood people who took off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you'd be out here in the grit just posting a new video every single day, original content, hilarious, very well done, very good quality, and then you just look and like one dude posts like the most generic, like here's a fat ass walking by with the newest hippest song, and I make a face and go, boy,
love me
like
fat ass.
you zoom that shit, boy, like, but like, and then that dude gets like 1 million followers in like a week. You know what I mean?
It's more the asses.
And then next thing you know, they're on Ellen or some shit.
Also, I want to make this point before we continue.
Yeah.
Me and DeLon are cool now, by the way.
Okay, good. You reconciled? You good?
Yeah,
okay.
I said something to him, and then he apologized, and we've been cool. We actually played each other in football.
Okay.
They beat the shit out of us.
Did you lay him?
No.
Okay.
But I had 3 touchdowns that game.
All right.
But yeah, they beat the dog shit out of us. But
God damn.
this is what whenever I look at TikTok, I always get like mixed feelings because I look at the shit and I'll be like, some of the stuff I just don't think is funny, but then I start thinking like, is it a thing of me just not understanding because, you know what I mean? Like
that's a hard thing because I feel like, I don't know if it's just our experience from social media, but I feel like we've grown out of a certain like style of video where it's like we just don't get it, and it makes me feel like I'm 50 years old. So I'm like, these goddamn kids on this app, and I don't understand what they're doing with these dances and the memes and the stuffs, and I just get like and that's the thing. Like I go on there and I feel 25 years older than I am, and I'm like, shut it down, turn it off. I'll just be on Instagram liking pictures of booties.
So I think it's because social media moves so fast and like it grows. Like, dude, just think about, we were on Vine. We started
social media.
You know, I always tell people this.
We are trailblazers, and people have no idea.
Influencers didn't start until Vine. Like, there was YouTubers and stuff. Like, but the trend of being like an influencer, that really didn't start until after Vine. And so this is why I want to write this book, because we really paved the way for like a lot of stuff. Like, I always tell people Vine is the foundation. Like TikTok is like this.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think TikTok is better than Vine. I think so. But people have like this nostalgic feeling towards Vine, so it's always like, yo, that holds its place. It's better than whatever.
For sure.
But I honestly think TikTok is better than Vine. But like, there is no TikTok without Vine. You know what I mean? It started here, and then from there, people built, and now it is where it is, where we're able to have influencers who, someone skates, someone builds mud houses and shit.
If you think about it too, there's no Instagram without Vine, because when did Instagram come out with videos?
Right, after Vine.
A month after Vine. You know what I mean? Like, people really like went with that divide, and like it really separated social media. because you had the Instagram 15 seconders, you got the Vine 6 seconders.
I used to hate them.
Them 15 seconders, cuz.
Hey, cuz, you from Instagram?
I'm
you from
Instagram?
Hey, back your ass up, yo, Instagram ass
Hey, yo, we
nigga.
Vine in here, cuz.
Hey, nigga, Revine for Revine.
Hey, Revine for Revine.
I remember that shit.
All right, you know.
Yeah, that time.
But so it is a crazy thing because like if you think about in terms of monetization, so YouTubers, they did lay the groundwork, but Vine was like such a like an easily digestible format.
Yeah.
That people ate up, but like we started it by just being ourselves, and it had nothing to do with money. And then like when the money came, we were the first to do that. Like we were the first to make branded content.
I think YouTube.
I think YouTubers had them, but it was like
it wasn't as
straight from the source. Like
right.
we literally got an email from a game company, clothing company, whatever, and they just be like, hey, we want you to promote our thing. What do you want? Like, how much money you want?
Yeah.
I remember my first ad was for Hot or Not.
Oh my God, Hot or Not. Woo.
Hot or Not, and I got $75.
Did you ever do Badoo?
Oh, I did so many
Badoo
Badoo
was
ads.
lit.
Badoo
They was paying rent
was
at the time,
feeding
boy.
people.
Hey.
I remember I was going out to football practice in college, and I would just in the locker room just being like, just made $100 revining somebody, and I just put my phone away and go to practice.
Simple shit. Send me that money. Put the
Oh
PayPal.
man, NCAA probably got me.
I be thinking about. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah. No. We don't talk about it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say.
I was D3. It didn't even matter though.
So I know that like there's a lot of things that we obviously enjoy about social media.
Yeah.
But if there was one thing that you could take away from social media and your experience on it, what would that one thing be?
Like what would I remove from it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether that's like a feeling, you know what I mean, or like, an algorithm. What would that one thing be that you would? Take away?
I would change. This probably isn't my final answer, but I would change Instagram back to a chronological feed. Man, I don't need to see anything from 10 days ago. I already saw it 10 days ago because my phone's always in my hand, people. And, but what would I take away? I think I'm not sure. There's some personalities that I don't believe should have the platform that they have. I'm not, who am I to judge? But I believe that there should be like a screening process before you give somebody 1 million followers, Like you should give them a psychological evaluation before you're like, hey, we're going to give you the ability to buy a Lamborghini and a house at 15 years old. Like it's a tough thing. Granted, the kids, they found the formula.
Right.
All power to you.
Or they just have
or cheated their way.
Good face to look at.
Or they got a good face to look at.
Oh my God.
I feel like, is this a cute face? Is this a cute face?
Do you feel like?
Sorry, I feel like I just think I'm pretty sometimes.
I know. So on a more serious note, because we gotta wrap it up in a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
I got a couple more questions.
Of course.
I always wonder this with people. Like, has social media ever led you down like a dark path, like far as mental health or anything like that?
Yeah. I experienced a bout with depression a couple years back, and I was just. It was tough because I was seeing everybody from Vine succeed that I knew, and I thought they were my equals and my peers, and seeing them blow up into a different atmosphere, stratosphere, beyond something that I could never imagine. There was one time I'll tell this story. Fuck it. After Vine ended, I was so broke. I had to do I still do Uber and Lyft.
I do too.
Yeah,
Shit.
There's no shame in it.
Yeah.
But I was doing it, and I was here in Hollywood, and I stopped at a red light, and I had a passenger behind me.
Don't say nothing you're gonna
I'm
say.
going to tell you. And right next to me pulls up a brand new white Tesla SUV.
And it was David Dobrik.
And I look to my left, and it's David Dobrik, Zane and Heath. And I look up, and I'm like, oh, I know those guys. I was friends with them. And then I was about to roll down my window and say hi. And then I look in the rear view, and I see a passenger, and I see the Lyft sticker, and I'm like, damn, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I was crushed because I was like, I actually, I hung out with those guys. I want to say hi. I miss them,
Yeah.
They're part of a life that I, had before this app ended. And so in that moment, I was like, damn, that blows. But like that was a self-inflicted thing because I could have easily just been like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, yeah, I do Uber and Lyft. I'm proud of what I'm doing, you know. But it was just a thing where I felt like I had achieved a status that I, you know, have fallen from grace from. So
I think I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think that's the thing that social media does is like,
oh yeah,
it makes. You seen a video like when young Jock was driving Uber and the girl was in the back, like,
yeah,
like that's the thing. It's like,
so that's the thing I take away from social media. I would take away the stick my phone in somebody's face, and you know, capture something so negative. Like, stop filming fights. Right. Like, stop filming fights.
Shit, I hate
stop filming homeless people and stop filming homeless people, and you giving them money.
So I got mixed feelings about that.
I think you're such an asshole if you do that. Because here's the thing, just do it.
So my thing, the thing, even if someone does that in the wrong space, you know what I mean? Like, someone else might see that and they're like, now I'm more inclined to help someone else out because I saw you do it, even if you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Right.
Well, okay, so I think in that specific aspect, like, I'll promote a food drive or a homeless shelter on my Instagram. Like, use my followers to be like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing a food drive or a charity or this, and this, come through. That's perfect. But if I put my phone in the face of a homeless person on the street and I just pull out a wad of cash and I'm wearing designer and Jordans and all this stuff and I'm like, here you go, man, I know you got hard times, and I'm looking at the camera the whole time, like, dude, you are $100. I'm like, yeah, you know, I pulled out 1,000, but I'm gonna give you 100.
You wasn't giving the whole 1,000?
I don't know, but like, you're flexing your money just to give this guy one bill of it. But like, but the thing is, like, if you break it down, you're capturing somebody in the lowest point of their life, you know, and you're using it to build up your ego and your status from their at their expense. And I think that's low. So I think if you're going to do something positive like that and promote it on social media, do it on a bigger stage where you can bring your followers to be a part of it. Yeah. You know, and encourage them to do stuff like that. Don't just be like, hey, here's a homeless guy found on the street, I'm going to stick my phone in his face. That's just disrespectful to me.
I feel that.
Yeah. And then stop filming fights and all that jazz.
You know, it's crazy. I'm like, dog, that is so fucked up. Y'all are filming someone getting beat up, and I'm like, I'm still watching it.
Damn, bro.
Right, we gonna go into the last question, man.
Let's get it.
If you could break the internet with a single post, I mean, like, break that mug. You know what I'm saying? What would that one post be about?
OnlyFans dog. No.
I'm about to make one for real.
No, for real. I need money. With a single post. I don't know. It'd have to be the best skit of all time.
Like, you could change the world with it. Just put it out there. You can change the world. Like, you can break the internet, change the world. You want to make a skit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a skit to save the world. I don't know. That's a loaded question.
You got one.
That's a loaded question.
Change the world, and you gonna make a skit?
Can I cure cancer in a video? What are we talking about?
I don't know. Shit.
What are we talking about? That question doesn't make sense.
When I say you could break the internet, like, this thing can change lives. You can create influence amongst the people. What are you gonna do with that power, with that one post? Post skit?
I don't know. I'd cure a disease or something. I don't know.
You ain't doing magic, nigga.
You're saying I could change the world.
You could change the behaviors in people. You post some shit like,
well, yeah, man. I would preach to people to, come together and stop separating each other by people's circumstances where they come from, because we're all humans at the end of the day, and someone's circumstance is always decided by literally being born in a different location than another person with a different skin complexion or a different faith and background. And I just think that's dumb. Like, for instance, like, I'm Egyptian and I grew up in Braintree, Massachusetts, surrounded by white people who are just like, so you're a terrorist? Are you a terrorist or not? Or is Egypt all sand? Are you a mummy when you die?
Like, making jokes, thinking it's funny.
Thinking it's funny. The best one, I won't lie. Okay, this one kid said, fly away on your magic carpet a lot. And I was like, you know what? Top marks. I'll take that. But, like, and it's just like, there's no reason for that. Like, just treat everybody how you would like to be treated. It's literally the golden rule. So, you know,
That's dope.
that's how I would break the internet.
See, look, we got it out of you, dog.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, we go, man. Hey, once again, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. We appreciate you. Jasmine, I'm sorry. I messed the scheduling up. So Jasmine's not here literally because of me. She had a stand-up show. Also, Scissor Sister, she's in ATL. I'm not sure what date. We'll figure out and we'll put it in the bio, whatever. Y'all get tickets, man. Y'all go see them. Y'all go support. Plug yourself, man. Where can people find you?
You can follow me on this camera. You can you can follow me on Instagram at _OMARGHONIM. That's really my Twitter's the same thing, and that's where I post all my stuff. You can see me in theaters this summer saying 2 words.
Hey, that's more than a lot of people.
I'm gonna be in 2 movies this year. I'm gonna be in the movie Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that shit is good.
Yeah,
That's a fun movie.
Yeah, I got like a little scene, no lines. And then another movie, I Care a Lot with Peter Dinklage. I got 1 line in that movie, 2 words.
2 more than a lot of people.
You know what I mean? And hopefully a whole lot more, because I'm an actor now, people. I'm doing this. All right, let's wrap this thing up.
All right, yeah. Well, once again, man, thank you for coming in. Dude, I love you, bro.
My brother.
Appreciate you. That's it, man. A Drug Called Clout, episode number 5, I think. That's it, man. We out.